Good afternoon and welcome to what is a fairly short webinar, I'm sure you're pleased to hear that, on culling analysis. So as ever, Philip is here. If you've got any questions, please type them in. If I've confused you, which is not my intention, please give us a call at the end. Call the help desk and we'll try our best to rectify that. Short movie coming out tomorrow afternoon if anybody else on the farm wants to see it. And just a very, very short survey at the end. If you could answer that, people are really good at that. Really appreciate it. Okay, Philippa, over to you. What do you want me to do?
Right, I've got a cow 2045. She's a really slow milker and I'd like to sell her, please.
Okay, so what we're going to do first is I happen to know that we haven't got a sale code for slow milker, so I'll just show you where to go in to create that. So you're going to go to the cow's head, you're going to go to daily tasks, and then number 10 is movement codes. So what you have is you have purchase codes, sale codes, and dead codes. So all of you can edit this list. Don't make it super long. It needs to be meaningful because then on the analysis, I think it's more important. But on this one, these are the different codes that I'm currently using for selling animals. These are my codes here for animals that unfortunately have died. So you said it's a slow milker, so I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to create a new code. So we go to new. She's a slow milker. Okay, you need to put it in a category. I think we have a category here. So just, pick the most appropriate category that you can find. So I think milking speed is perfect. Say okay, and that's that code created. So then daily events, I'll just go fairly quickly through this bit because all you guys know this. 2045.
Yep.
Okay, enter. It's a movement, unfortunately. Okay, reason. So here's my list. If you want to create a new list, if for example you haven't got it, so you're going in on daily events, you want to create a new one, just hit the plus key, or the triangle that allows you to edit it. So if you just want to change the name, that's fine. But here we go, slow milker, that's okay. Income I can put in, who I sold it to, any comments, and then the weight. Okay, that's it done. So the purpose of today then is to show you really how you can then analyze the data for the reasons that animals have been sold, when animals were sold, numbers of lactations, all this is available in culling analysis. So to find that, if you go to health and treatments, and then you go down to here, culling analysis. On some programs, if you haven't got it in health and treatments, you'll find it in costings, but it should be in health and treatments. So what we can see straight away is these are the animals that have been sold. And one thing that I can see is that we have some animals that have been sold as fresh calved heifers. So that is the reason that they were sold, but it's not really a reason that they were culled. So what you can do is go into properties here, and there's a number of things. I'll come back to this bit in a second, but just double check that you've got the reasons why animals are actually being sold. If it's not ticked, it won't come up on this report. So these were our death reasons. And then down here, we've got those. So fresh calf heifers, I'm going to take that out. Always remember to save settings at the bottom and say okay. So that then drops them out of the list. You may want them in, you may not want them in, but I just want you to be aware that you can take them out if you want to. Okay, so what we're doing at the moment is we can define the period that we're looking at, and we're looking in February. But if I want to change that, I'm going to say, well, no, what I really want to do is just look at the last 12 months of completed months. So I can go back to December here, tick that. Again, we've said save settings, and you'll see there we're looking at the last 12 months. So that changes it at the top, but you can actually go back a lot further if you wanted to. You're able to select the last 5 years data, however you want to do it. But we'll keep this one at 12 months at the moment. Okay, so we have the culling date there. We have the reason, obviously, total amount of milk for the animal, and then the animal's status when she was sold. But if I then want to dig a little bit deeper, actually I'll just scroll down here because we can also see the reasons animal died. So I can see 98, unfortunately she was a downer cow. If I tick at the bottom left-hand side, include young stock, you'll see now if I scroll down, I then have all the reasons of any animal's young stock that died within that period. So again, that's optional. You can put it in or you can take it out. I'm going to include it in. So scroll down, then you'll see the animal sitting there. If you want to look at it by reason, We can look at it per month. So I'm looking at the last 12 months. I can see the number of animals when they were sold, which month. So if I just click in there, 1624, she was actually sold in December. Double click will take you to the cow record, and you'll see the total number of cows that were actually sold within that period. You can then see the percentage reason of the herd, why they actually left the herd. And you can also see their average age. And if I get rid of this thing on the top right hand side, I'm not sure if you can see this, you can see the average production for those animals as well. Similarly down here, we can also see animals that died. So we lost the one downer cow, 98, we know that one already. And then the young stock that unfortunately we lost as well. If we then go across now to days in milk, here we can break it down. And again, we can look at young stock when young stock died. If we then go over to here by age, this then shows that young stock in the first months, the first year, and then we have the cow that died actually on the farm. And these are the animals then that we sold. So we can see exactly the month when we sold them, their average age, and again, average production. Finally, we have the graph, and you can see down here the top 8 reasons. If you just want to look, for example, just at cows that were sold because of mastitis, so you can just click in there, you can see that there. The color denotes their status. We can see the amount of milk that was being produced. We can see the animal number. And if I go back to selecting all cows, that's just quite a sort of graphic overview of what's going on. So you're able to pull all that information out. So all of that is there. It's in Culling Analysis. It's important that you make sure that you've got the correct code selected. If you need to add to the codes, I've just showed you hopefully how you can do that to make the information more meaningful, and you can pull it out for the desired period, whether the last 12 months, 5 years, however much data you've got. So all that is available in Culling Analysis. Next week, we go into February, which will be correcting data month, because we're showing you loads of sort of reports, but I just want to do 4 webinars during February where we just show you if you come across this situation, how you can fix it fairly easily. So hopefully you'll find that helpful. We'll have a look at the survey at the end. Philippa, can we just check if we've got any questions? I just realised you were supposed to ask me questions.
I know, and you sort of took
I really
over, so
got carried away. I
sat
apologise.
quietly.
Yes. Butt in. You've got to butt in. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Good. Hopefully you found that helpful. Yeah, really pleased with the number of people that are turning up for these webinars. So we look forward to talking to you next week, if not before, when you call the help desk. So thanks for your time.